1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, 1. Okay? Next, 2, 3, boom, 4. Boom. Okay? Now, the big mistake that a lot of people make, aside from the obvious mistake of not using the correct arm and leg, is people take like a big step. Like in karate, even that is not so correct in karate, but the leg should only come a little bit in front of this leg. See? But there should be a very clear side-to-side movement. Right? It shouldn't be a controlled, gentle step. It should fall, 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 feel it, that dropping, exhale, and fall into it. So let's say I start my boom strike. So boom, boom. But now, on the way, okay, put in little strikes on the way to the big strikes. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? On the way to the big strike, I'm putting in a little strike. Okay, then you start boom, boom, putting in little snap, snap, strike. Pull, pull, boom. See? Start putting in these little half strikes, we call them, then we can call them quarter strikes, or little spices that you can put in. Okay, so for example, on the way to this, do this. Like that, boom. Okay? Then I catch, it could be strike, strike, strike. Different things like that. Start to play with that a little bit. In the beginning, just do even tap. Okay, just getting used to, and there should be a little half strike in between. Try that, work on it with each other. You don't have the basics, you got nothing. So let's work on this for a second, okay? Hold his wrist and pull. Okay? Just get that yen. And to really challenge yourself, try to do it on one leg. Okay? So you can check what's happening to my body. I should be able to pull him, and I should not. Okay, if I pull with too much tension, he's going to get pulled, but I'm also going to get pulled. And I want to see how I could. Oh, okay, so figure out my body needs to feel how it needs to counterbalance and, play with the weight of the leg in order to stay where I am and pull. Now, if for whatever reason you met a person who, when I pull, he's like a rock. He's like a rock. So don't be frustrated. Oh, it's not moving. Use his resistance to pull yourself off. You ever go like running and you have to make a quick turn, so you hook onto a wall to propel yourself forward. So you're using the resistance of the wall to spring your body forward. So you can try that also, where you tell your partner to really resist and use that resistance to launch yourself, to launch your whole body into the strike. So even when it doesn't work, you can still make it work for your benefit. But hopefully he's not going to be this guy, because hopefully before that he got something in the face, right? And then boom, okay? You hope to loosen him up beforehand. So try this pull a little bit. Just make sure you're not doing it out of a solid stance where you're using the ground. You want to just use the internal mobility of your body, like a weight. Okay, try it a little bit. You pull him, okay, and hit him in the chest. For now, in the chest. Really, it's going to be boom to the face, or a punch to the neck, or if he moves enough, elbow to the face, and you go with it. But for now, because we're still friends, now, so when you pull him, hit him in the chest. Okay? See, slow motion. Boom. But really, it's going to go, it can be a throat strike, it can be going into a palm strike. Boom. Okay? Whatever that's going into. But for now, to feel a little bit of, you're using, at some point in the pull, I meet resistance, because his body weight is getting anchored. So when I feel that, this is now my spring for my hand. It's like, imagine this. Keep your hand in here. Keep it up, keep it up. Okay? If when I hit his hand, he's very soft, so it's hard for me to use that as a springboard to a strike. But really, the more tense he is, right, the easier it is for me to bounce off of that tension. So there are ways of using tension for your advantage. We're used to being very frustrated and annoying when we meet tension. But if you know how to use the tension against them, then you welcome it, right? So same thing over here. So So like what I said about the body, but now we're using the same thing on the hand. Boom, just spring off that into the strike. Very nasty business. I can do the pull from here, see, like that, or this would be a little smarter, like this, and right, boom, see, that's the strike that's coming back, boom, which is really going to be on his neck, yeah? So try it a little bit on the neck, but you can also try it on the arm. And then, how does it all connect? Look,
That could be
from here, what will this strike do to a guy? I mean, not as far as damage goes, where is his body's reaction? It's going to go flying back. I want to catch him and bring him back. So this is one whip that's happening, boom, 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 boom. Okay? I'm never letting him fly away. This strike could send the guy flying. And if it ended him, then great. But if it didn't end him, then I'm in a bad position. So I don't want to let him fly away. So strike, strike, catch him, and bring him in. Now the takedown can happen because you get already a few really good strikes. And whatever takedown you do is going to work better after you gave these strikes. But first you have to learn to feel how movements connect with this kind of movement of the whiplash. Okay? And we're doing it from a simple grip. It could also work what they do in many martial arts from the 2-on-1 grip. You know, this 2-on-1 grip that they always work on in jiu-jitsu. So the same thing. It could be a pull, very strong pull. Right? Boom, and then here. So anytime you need to create movement, especially pulling a person, however you have the grip on the guy, whether it's this and you want to whip, you know, or here, right, like this, right? But you should always put that whip element into the movement, and it just makes things happen so much more effective and less effort, and the effect that it has on him is really, really good.
It is.
Yeah. So try it, whichever movement, any grip you have on the person, this should be the flavor that you're putting into the movement. Yeah? Even technically, if you need to push somebody, it shouldn't push. It shouldn't do like this whip-like, wave-like, explosive movement, yes. Okay, we did it a few weeks ago on the takedown like this. We do same flavor, same idea. Okay, so try it. Work on the neck pull, then see how it bounces off into this strike, and see how it all connects. Put it on top of what we did now with the wrist lock, wrist pull. Here. There's a Russian type of system that the Cossacks were using it, and the way they would practice would be all these dances. There's all these funny movements that look like random drunken Cossacks. And everything was right, except it wasn't random because these movements, these are all these crazy pulls. These are strikes. There's a nasty strike being pulled in. That they would just practice while they're doing their folklore dances. That's what they were doing. And then this, and then stomping down with crazy kicks with the whole weight of everything, yeah. And that's how they practice. Okay, so try it. Before you knew about this strike, who would ever dream that you can actually hit a guy or knock a guy out with the inside of the elbow? It seems like the most sensitive part of the arm.
That's all of them, he was so confused.
Sure, yeah. Now it is a sensitive part of the arm, but when you're hitting the neck is a fairly wide target, so it's not like you're chopping your arm, you know? You're hitting a soft area. It could be done on an upward angle. Maybe you took you guys face down and now popping them up, or like I showed on breaking the arm. It could be, don't worry, like you see, popping it up while I'm maybe hitting another person who's coming. And what I showed you before, sometimes when the head is down, I need to turn so the elbow is hitting, you see it's going downwards now, so you can change it and play with it to change the angles. From horizontal plane, upward plane, downward. So remember this movement that we do a lot? So this is actually this strike happening. Yeah? We do this a lot for preparing for learning how to roll. This is a very common system movement. But people don't realize that this is actually a strike. Yes,
That's a good move.
this is a strike. Oh, feel slow motion. If your head is, let's say I pulled you and your head is now, if you went like this. Very, yeah. So this comes out, these are all movements. That's the beauty of a movement that could be used for many different situations. For example, have the guy's arm, pull him a little bit, feel how this hand that's holding on doesn't have to hold on forever. Once I got this pull going, boom, and I just let go and put it right into an elbow strike. And I'm not looking to pull him a long distance. I don't need to pull him across the room. I just need him to come around to this distance, and then the elbow is going to meet him in the way, in the middle. But see if you can get that flavor of that. And then it goes. And be careful, because sometimes it's hard to judge how much a guy's going to be pulled forward. So better err on this side of caution and try to go a little further, not a little past. Okay? So feel that pull. That sometimes you'll take a guy down. Not always. I'm saying sometimes when you pull, depending on how ready and how relaxed or not relaxed the person was, he may go down all the way. Like he may go down. Just to show my example, he may go down till here. In this case, it's already a knee that's coming up. So based on how far the reaction took him, you'll know what strike to do. Maybe just I was still elbow range, right? Elbow height. So at some point you may go down. Right? So practice pulling him a little bit on that angle, down, or sometimes boom, straight down. Boom, right? Dropping down, elbow up, striking down. There's this kind of motion. Imagine like this flying, I don't know, a ghost or something. Like that. And that's what you're putting into this movement. So after you pull the guy down, and this is coming up, and then this is going down, it's very alive, like the whole body is constantly alive. Not, different kind of movement. Okay, so try this a little bit and see how it connects with everything else. Okay, so usually both people are just wrapped up in tension. And then people sometimes try to get to work with the leg, but try from this position to relax. Relax for a second, and then put that sudden weight in, and see how it affects the person. And you can start to breathe, not just pull him straight down, but once you can pull in one direction. You see it? So try that a little bit. First, I want you to feel that the helplessness of just being stuck with tension with both of you. You have your arm around my neck, like that. This is what you'll find that most people will be in this position. And then relax for a second. Relax, and then comes the pull.
And even just the relaxing is unsettling.
Yes, even though the relaxing, you're really like, whoa, what happened? You're taking away a reaction that he was expecting.
It's very